Hey there, this is the Market Doll Queen, and today is Thursday, July 22nd, and I'm looking at my pre-market scanner. I'm in TOS, Think or Swim. I've got a simple scanner set up. I'll go ahead and open it up for you. This is my pre-market scanner settings. It doesn't get any simpler than that. I like a minimum of 10 cents, even though the ask is a penny. I like the volume to be a minimum of 10,000. The max price for stock is $40, and I leave it that way for the ones that gap up overnight. And other than that, that is the only criteria that I use to find my pre-market trades. So this morning it's IGC, and as you can see on my pre-market scanner, it is at the very top. But when I found it, it was down here, and it was swimming up the scanner like a fish going upstream. And right here, I just click on this button at number 1, and it sends it right to my chart. So as you can see right here, it had news this morning. I'll go ahead and open up the news. It got a U.S. patent for an Alzheimer's treatment using THC. This is exactly what the company has been waiting for. All the lungs have been waiting for it, and it is trading accordingly. I alerted it at $1.67, and it was right about here. That's when they released the news, right after pre-market opens, okay? And once that happened, I've had my eyes on IGC many times. I love the news. It's a great catalyst, and it started reacting accordingly. The volume started kicking in, my Bollinger Bands expand, and the candles climb right up the Bollinger Band. VWAP, right there, the white dotted line, as long as the candles stay up above VWAP, or even get further higher than VWAP, the trade is very bullish. It's already double what I alerted at. $1.65 was the entry. This is a simple equity trade. You would buy it right there. You can go ahead and right click it and hit buy, and that'll open it up. You can add how many you want to buy, change everything you want to change, and hit send, and then you would have purchased it. I really love the looks of this. It is climbing straight up this Bollinger Band. We now have a doji. My TTM squeeze, look at this. The TTM squeeze and the MACD, which are these two little lines, they do coincide with each other, but I use the TTM squeeze specifically to help me understand how hard the momentum is in a particular direction. I do love the looks of this. It is going higher. If I go to the year's chart, I'll go out, and it looks like 450 was the last 52-week high, and that was back in August of 2020. Does it have the possibility to hit this? You bet it does. Will it hit that today? I don't know. As I'm looking at the yearly chart, you can see that my TTM squeeze says it's not really climbing. That doesn't agree with the current 5-minute chart. So as for a day trade, 5-day, 5-minute chart is perfect to use and play it out. It's starting to go a little sideways. You pay attention when VWAP starts to slow down its upward trajectory and starts to go sideways or starts to fall, it means the direction of the trend is changing. That could be a good place to get out. You could see it already hit a high of 389, but I do believe it's going higher. This Bollinger Band, the upper, is like pointing northeast. The other one, attempting to curl up and meet it. If they both travel upwards like this, you can guarantee that this is going to go higher. We make it a sell-off at open as traders lock in their gains. I do love the looks of this particular day trade. This is a simple equity trade, plain and simple. In Thinkorswim, you can do it starting at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, 4 a.m. Pacific. You can start trading equity trades. Now, if I was to go ahead and click on that, and I'm going to go ahead and click buy, you've also got to make sure that you have extended hours. See if I can get back to this, because I want to buy it. So I'll click on that, open that up. I want to make sure it's on the buy sell, stock, buy, and then how many. And then this would be the ticker right there. And you could see it's set up for the wrong one. I don't know why. But then you would come over here and you would make sure that you click extended hours. Its default says day. If you leave it at that, it won't execute your trade pre-market. You have to remember to hit extended hours or good till close extended hours, either of those, and then confirm and send. Always remember, if you're buying pre-market, you have to hit extended hours right there. This is your simple equity trade. Look at this. I would sell. This is where I would sell, or I would at least scale out partly out of my position, which means, say I bought 100 shares. I like the gains that I've made already. I would sell 50 of them and then set a stop loss for right here, I don't know, at 365, where it's at right now, or 360. Set a stop loss right below where you just sold and let the rest ride. If it hits it, it hits it. You still made all your money. But scaling out ensures that you leave a partial position available to run and grow even more. Always make sure that you have to lock in the gains. Just because you see it go up doesn't mean that money is yours. You have to sell some to make it yours. Your account goes up. Yes, it does, but it could just as easily go back down. Once you sell, it's yours. So like I said, this is a good place. You might consider selling right here and setting a stop loss or just below, like at 360, and then letting the rest run and see what the rest of the day holds. I really like this. I see this going higher than 389 come time when the market opens. This is going to be a great day trade. Those of you that have never tried an equity trade, it's very simple. I mean, it's almost cliche. Buy low, sell high, rinse, repeat. Back to my scanner. And just so you know, this little number 1 over here comes from my customized list, and it's a send to. So you can do that send to, and it'll give you every color that your charts are linked to. So you can have every one of those, and every time you click it, it automatically goes to that chart instead of dragging and dropping over here to your watch list over and over and over again, and then clicking it, going to your chart, clicking, going to your chart. This was thanks to member CB, and it was a great help. And I added it to my scanner list. Anywhere I go, like if I go to eyes, click on that, it's automatically loaded to my chart. Do I like this for a day trade? Well, not at the moment. We're below VWAP, number one. Number two, my Bollinger Bands are contracting on each other. And MACD, below center, low volume, very, very low volume. Not exactly much to do right there. So I watch my scanner. I keep an eye on what swims up very fast. As volume kicks in, it will fly. I always leave the last closing price in the middle. It's always white. That way I can easily tell what it closed at the last trading session and how much of a change it is right now. That makes a big, important part of my decision in picking a particular ticker over another. Like this one right here, QN. First off, look at the news. They got good news. Go right to it. Click on that number one, and there's QN. As you can see, it popped on the news, and it's given it up. It didn't have enough momentum and volume to hold it up there. Back to the scanner. And I do this all morning long. This is how you play it. This is how you do it. We can go back to IGC. Remember, if you sold half your position, right here, you set your stop loss. You're letting the rest run. And look at it go. Like I said, it's going to go higher than this pre-market high. And we'll watch it play out. But that was a great place to sell. It kissed that upper Bollinger Band, gave you the first bullish sentiment right there. I mean bearish. Excuse me, bearish. Yes, and there we are. And that possibly could have hit your stop loss right there, and it would have, and you would have sold. Good trade. Good trade. You made beautiful gains on a pre-market day trade slash scalp trade. As it falls below 360, it goes to 355. It's teetering. If it can't hold 355, it will fall to 350. And as each of those earmarks, benchmarks, whatever you want to call them, as each of those levels of resistance get hit, it will continue to fall. And if it falls, it will pick up momentum like an apple falling off a tree. Plain and simple. If it can't hold 350, she will fall. Just remember, traders like to set their limit sells at even numbers. The dollars, the $1.50s, the twos, the $2.50s, the 3s, the 350s. You get what I'm saying. And as we watch this play out, VWAP is now turning horizontal. It's starting to lay flat. The trade is starting to go sideways. The next thing we need is the upper Bollinger Band to start to come down and curl downwards to meet the lower Bollinger Band. That means the volume and momentum are starting to slow down, slower, slower, slower. Let's see if I can find one. Let's go to Clove. Yes, we've got many Bollinger Bands that expand and contract. Expand on a bullish move. The purple bands get wider and gape open away from each other. And then as they converge on each other, the candle action goes sideways. The Bollinger Bands squeeze, and then they pop with big volume and big momentum. And then they go sideways, and then they squeeze, and then they pop. You see what I'm saying? You can trade just using Bollinger Bands alone. I do like the Bollinger Bands and VWAP, all right? But trading off of Bollinger Bands, buy down at this Bollinger Band, sell up at this Bollinger Band. Buy down at this Bollinger Band, sell up at this Bollinger Band, and so forth, and so forth. Rinse, repeat. And there you go. We'll go back to IGC because that's the one I started with. And like I said, your stop loss has already been hit, but that's okay because you're safe. You saved all those gains, and the trade is still somewhat sideways and downwards. It is starting to lose steam. And as you can see over here, in time and sales, 353, 352, 350. I open up level 2. If he can't hold 350, she'll be a sinker. Going to fluctuate sideways for a bit, as MACD is telling me right there. And the same with the VWAP. As long as VWAP is going to go sideways, so should the candle action. I wish you good trading. I hope this helps you understand equity trades and Bollinger Bands and how I use them to enter and exit into simple equity trades. Till next time, guys.